I've had a love-hate relationship with airbrushes, mostly hate, but that's just about to change. If you've ever got frustrated for an airbrush for clogging or spitting, this video is for you. Let's talk airbrushes. They're amazing tools, they're precise, they make surfaces really beautifully. You can paint a lot of pieces really fast. But the thing is, they work perfectly until they don't. I've been using airbrushes for about 10 years now. And as much as I love using them, sometimes I decide to use a regular brush just because how frustrating they can be. Now, my main frustration with airbrushes is spitting. So your pieces is ready, it's sanded, you start priming it, and it's ready to receive its first base coat. You lay out the first base coat, it comes out great, the second base coat comes out great, and then on the third one, the airbrush decides to start spitting. Sometimes on the second layer, sometimes in the first layer. But the problem is it always happens when you're almost done with the piece and you just get that splat on your piece. And I'm not talking like small, tiny ones, because most airbrushes do those. I'm talking about like really big chunks, and that you can only fix if you go back, sand the piece, strip the paint down. My second frustration with airbrushes, it just clogs up, and you start, doing the regular cleanup. You clean the piece, you put some thinner in or some cleaner, and you just can't figure out why it's not working. Although you've been using the same paint, right? And that troubleshooting, it just makes it super annoying when you're working with something that is supposed to work. The tool is supposed to make the job easier. It's supposed to make the job faster and not try to troubleshoot and find out why it's not working. In the past 10 years I've been using airbrushes, I bought 4 airbrushes. I started with a regular airbrush that you get with your compressor, the cheap ones that you get off Amazon. And I think I used this for about 3 or 4 times until I stopped using it because it was so bad. It would spray maybe a couple of minutes and then it would clog, it would stop, you have to clean it. So I was so frustrated. I know I was also not experienced. I didn't have any experience with airbrushes, and it just became really tiring. So I stopped using airbrush altogether and I went back to spray cans. So then a couple of years passed and I thought I'll give it another try. And this one I had some bit more money, and I decided to go with a Harder and Steenbeck, and I got an Ultra, which is like their standard quality. It's not anything fancy. This one, although it's like the entry level, it costs about $130. And the thing is, it doesn't come with a cap, so no lid. It doesn't come with a quick release, and you get no, O-rings to change. So you end up buying these as well, and it ends up being about $170, $180. It wasn't a bad airbrush, but it would spit, it would clog. I used this for a while, and at one point I started hearing about the Infinity and how it's like the best airbrush that Harder and Steenbeck does. Don't get me wrong, it's a good airbrush. It's been my workhorse for a long time. Although after using the airbrush that I'm going to tell you about, I found out that this is not the perfect airbrush if you're doing toys, especially if you're applying large base coats, because it's more a specialized tool for like fine lines and really nice details and shading, and this is what I use it now. Is it the perfect airbrush? It's not, and for how expensive it is, I was expecting a bit more. This one base, it's about $270, I think, and it comes with 2 needles. I think it comes with a 0.14 and with a 0.2, well, it's a good airbrush. It doesn't come with a quick release. It did come with a lid. It didn't come with any O-rings, and I had to replace a couple of parts with this. It ended up costing me about $300 for an airbrush, which was okay. I can't say it's amazing. It's an okay airbrush. I've been using it for a while. Then I started hearing about this company called Gaahleri. And a lot of the artists that I follow and the YouTube channels started talking about this airbrush. And there's one YouTube channel that I particularly love, and it's Robert's channel, the Barbatos Rex. And if you haven't checked it out, check out his channel. It's just great. He talks about paints, he talks about tools, He's my go-to guy when I want to see what's new in the market. So I went to Amazon. I added the airbrush to my wish list. It was the Swallowtail, I think. At the same time, I got an email from Gaahleri asking me if I would like to test out their airbrush. And I was like, that's just perfect. I wanted to try out their airbrush anyhow, but I didn't have the time. And I thought when I get some free time, I'll buy that and do proper testing to it. So before I start talking about their airbrushes, this video is not sponsored by Gaahleri. They didn't pay me for this video. They don't get to see this video before. But full disclosure, they did send me 3 airbrushes till now and a couple of paints that we're going to talk about at the end of this video. So that's out of the way. Let's talk about the airbrush that kind of changed everything for how I see airbrushes now. So this is the GHAC-Swallowtail. I've been using this for the last 7 months, I think, and it's just perfect, like really perfect. The ergonomics of it is just beautiful. It just really easy to use. The trigger helps to when you're doing a lot of pieces and you're doing base coating. And I decided, when I got this, I decided that I'm going to be painting Rex. If you haven't seen the Astro Dog that I did, I'm going to leave a link if you want to check it out. I'm going to paint Rex entirely using this airbrush. I've used this airbrush only with the 0.5 needle. This one comes with a 0.2, the 0.5, and a 0.7. It comes with 2 caps. So it comes with a small one and the large one with lids, quick release to it. So I use this to prime with primer that had filler. I used it, put my base coats to seal it. And the only thing I had to do is just change the compressor setting. Rex is made out of 30 pieces. Airbrushing that, it didn't spit once, it didn't clog once. I did have to clean it from, changing paints, but that's about it. And it was so easy to clean. You just, flush out this, you clean the top part, you take out the needle, clean it, put it back, and it just goes on working. I started really enjoying airbrushing just because it just works. And this is what a tool is supposed to do. It's supposed to help you do the job. It's supposed to make the job easier, and it's supposed to make the product that much better. Look, I get it. You might say, well, you do have 10 years of experience into this, and that might have, this is why you love this more, because you understand the tool better than before, which I'm not going to argue that's not part of it. But at the same time, I would have loved as a beginner to have a tool that out of the box just works, gives me, a couple of needles that I can work with, gives me, a lid so I don't have to, find out how to, what else do I need to get it. It comes with a quick release, so I can just plug it in and start working. Do I have any thoughts? Do I have any critique about this airbrush? Is it perfect? Well, it's almost there. There is one thing that I don't like about this airbrush is the needle chuck, the here that holds the needle. The threading is a bit too shallow or too small. So when you end up taking it off and, taking off the needle, you kind of take that off as well, and you'll lose it in the studio. And a couple of times I was on my knees looking through dust bunnies and see if I can find it. I don't know, either make the threading a bit longer or add an extra one in the box just in case you lose it. That's the only critic that I have. The rest is it just works. It's a beautiful airbrush. This is my workhorse now. Since I've got this, I painted over around 250 pieces, and it just keeps on working. I haven't even taken it, all apart to clean it, because with my old airbrushes, at least after a couple of pieces, like a 10 or 15 pieces, you really have to take it off and clean it properly, right? But with this one, I didn't have to do it. Gaahleri also sent me their Mobius one, which is like a 0.2 millimeter. And this one is more similar to the Infinity. So if I would use the Swallowtail for the base coats, I would use the Mobius for the small details, if I want to add shadows, if I want to add highlights, and so on. For the final airbrush that, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't tested out yet. It's still new, it's still in the box. I was supposed to test this one out, but I really ran out of time. And this feels incredible. Like compared to the Swallowtail, this is larger than the Swallowtail. It feels so good in the hand. The all metal body, just gorgeous. This comes with two fan caps, a round one and a flat one. And the flat one is supposed to be used for like a really wide spread, and I can't wait to use that for like large pieces when you need to apply a lot of paint. This comes with only a large cup, and because usually these are used to, you know, apply a lot of paint. So I get it why they didn't put the Swallowtails. Actually comes with two of them, and this is branded as their premium. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be just amazing. I'm gonna test this out, and I'll do another video on how this turned out. Before we wrap up this video, I want to talk about something that's gonna be released. I think tomorrow or after tomorrow, and it's gonna be the Gaahleri Colorworks, and it's gonna be their first lineup of paints. And and I can't wait to test these out. I'm currently working on a project, and I'm really excited about that project because after I did REX and the amazing response that I got from you guys and on all the love that I got, I decided to go ahead and select this project, because initially I wanted to do another version of REX with different colors, but I thought, because Gaahleri were so kind to send me the paints to test them out before they got released, I thought I had to do something a bit more special. So this is a sneak peek on what I'm working on, and you can see this is I'm decided to do a robot, because what they sent me is their auto color lineup, and they're using something called rapid air dry, which is the new formula. And these, I think they're ready for airbrush straight from the bottle. And I love the fact that they come with a mixing ball inside. You might say it's not a huge thing, but I have a box of, you know, metal balls that I use for shaking the paint, and this is really helpful. This is 24 colors, and they just look beautiful. And they're called auto because they have that spec you see in auto paints. It comes with a thinner, and it also comes with an airbrush cleaner inside the box. And I'm really excited to show you what I've been working on. If you have any stories about your airbrush, or if you want to share your setup, or what's your favorite airbrush and what's the worst one that you've used, please leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. It would really help the channel. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I read every comment, and I reply to every comment, and I'll get back to you. All right, thank you. See you in the next one. Bye.
Спасибо, Кадми.